Hello again everybody, and welcome back to Skyblock News. I'm your host Derailious, and today we're going to be on the Alpha Network covering a few interesting improvements, notably to dyes. Without any further ado though, let's launch right into this. Starting off, I'm going to sum up the most important part of this update by just doing something here. I have a chestplate of Devon, and I have the new chocolate dye. And as you can see, I'm able to now dye that chestplate of Devon, turning it into a leather piece of armor that is dyed. This has massive ramifications for pretty much any armor in the game. The only type of armor that you can't do this to is skull item heads. So for example, a Fermento helmet you wouldn't be able to do this to, you wouldn't be able to do this to a Warden helmet as well, but you would be able to do it to the Sorrow helmet. This is pretty interesting, as it seems very clear that the admins want you to have the ability to utilize dyes on literally any armor. Whether this is in advance of a larger change to dyes, I hope we get some better improvements to the system, I don't know, but I do think this is a great step in the right direction, allowing a lot more customizability. Recently, the price of most dyes has rapidly risen, and this is likely to make it rise even more, as people now have more options in terms of what they want to apply onto their armor. Aside from generally being an improvement to most of the armor sets in the game, I do think that dyes also have the opportunity to help make the admins a lot more money. Let's be honest, they do sell very quickly, and allowing people to utilize dyes on literally anything is a step in the right direction, at least from a monetary perspective. I really do wonder what they're going to do with dyes in the near future. Are we going to get them in larger groups, which a lot of people have been asking for? Are we going to get increased rates, which I think a lot of people would really like? Or are they going to add new ones, which I also think is an interesting opportunity. As well as this, also on Alpha, there is a new stacking enchant, Toxopholite, which grants you bonus combat XP and bonus crit chance for bows. I do think this is pretty interesting. Just like every other stacking enchant, it gets stronger over time. It's definitely going to make things in dungeons a little bit easier for archers, which is a notable increase for them. And I do think it's a solid improvement as well, simply because if swords can have it, I don't see why bows can't either. I do like stacking enchants and hope we get more of them in the near future, as the previous ones have always been pretty solid, and this one also looks very good. Wrapping up, I totally understand this is my fourth video on this alpha, and I know that looks like I'm milking this thing to death, but honestly they've just been adding stuff every day or so, and I do want to get information out there whenever it drops because it is relevant to a large group of players, specifically in this case dungeon players and anyone with a dye. I am in major support of both of the changes listed in this video. I think the changes to the armor sets with dyes are great. I would love to see further changes in the future, perhaps making the system a little bit more accessible outside of people wanting to buy stuff with gems. However, I do want to hear what you guys think in the comments below, so feel free to leave your thoughts there. At the end of the day though, my name's Derailious, thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and look to the future fellas, I'll see you then.